Hi, this is Nicole Black. I am in New Orleans at the Louisiana Solo and Small Firm Conference. I'm here with Andrew Legrand. He is a New Orleans attorney and he provides general counsel services to small business owners. Thanks for being with us today.
Thanks, Nikki. Appreciate it.
My pleasure. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about outsourcing. So you run a solo firm yourself. Tell me a little bit about outsourcing and whether you use it and what types of outsourcing you would recommend lawyers consider.
No, I say I'm a solo because I'm the only lawyer in the firm, but sometimes I think I'm a small firm because I do use a bunch of different virtual assistants for different tasks. So some of the most obvious examples are, it started when I was trying to brand myself and create marketing materials that looked good. And so I knew I needed to find someone, a graphic designer, to help me take, for example, a one-page sheet I wrote on the 5 mistakes that business owners make and make it pretty. And I also think of automation or outsourcing as things along the nature of hiring an answering service, right? Of hiring somebody to just pick up the phone. So I like to think of outsourcing as the idea that when you need help with a particular topic, you can go and find a person who's really good at that one thing. So a decade or two ago, the idea was that you would hire one person, an assistant, a secretary, and that person would kind of do everything for you. Now the paradigm has changed to where rather than hiring one person to do everything for you, you can hire people who are really good at one particular thing and get kind of the best in class, if you will, for that particular service.
Okay, now that makes a lot of sense. I think another difficulty lawyers will encounter, though, is how do you find the right person for the job? And are there any that you might recommend offhand?
Yeah, so there's a few different things. We talked about answering the phone. Ruby Receptionist is really good at that. There's a company in Atlanta called CBSI that gets a lot of good reviews from lawyers on on the Solo Says listserv from the ABA. So that's an example of somebody, they just do that one thing, but they do it really well, right? If you need to find someone to help you with the logo, there's sites designed specifically for that. 99 Designs is an example of a site where you can go and post a job request, and it's called spec work. But the idea is you post something and people come back with just logo designs. Fiverr is another good example. Fiverr is a crazy website because I don't know if you've heard of Fiverr or used it, but it's a website where people will do things for $5. And they'll do all sorts of things. There's lawyers who review contracts on there starting at $5, and there's all these upcharges. But Fiverr is a good example of what's out there and what's available. It's got thousands, maybe tens of thousands of freelancers who are out there willing to do something for $5. The kind of big one I think is Upwork. And Upwork I think is the broadest kind of just hiring platform. And a good example of something I did recently on Upwork is I have clients, small business clients, that have HR issues. They need their handbook reviewed. So I went on Upwork and posted a job position for someone who could help me review these handbooks. And I wound up finding an attorney who's in Tampa who does employment law who is willing to just do these handbooks for me. So on Upwork, I posted the job review, had this attorney apply, they put the hourly rate up there, it was reasonable, and I engaged this attorney through Upwork to provide this service for my clients. Upwork is great because it keeps track of the time. It also manages the taxes. So the freelancer puts their time in and they know their hourly rate. So Upwork charges me on a credit card. I pay Upwork, and then Upwork issues that freelancer a 1099. So it actually takes some of that HR function away from me, where I'm just paying with my credit card to Upwork, and Upwork is managing that. So Upwork is kind of it's not a specific to one industry or one type of worker. But if you can go on there and post a really good job description, I think is important. Post a good job description of what you want someone to do and have an idea of how much time and money you want to spend on this, you can go and find someone to do pretty much anything for you.
Really interesting. Those are some great ideas. Thanks so much for sharing. This is Nikki Black. Thanks for watching and hope to see you next time.